the hell is up, YouTube? Pseudocron here, and I'm going to bring to you...
Hold it right there. What the fuck do you think you are doing?
Cephalon, I'm in the middle of something. Could you please go away?
Go away? Motherfucker, this is my channel. If anything, you will go away.
Okay, fine, sure. Then I guess you want to do this quick Hydroid rework?
Did you say Hydroid?
Yeah, I said Hydroid.
I see.
Go right ahead, be my guest if you want to do it.
Actually, I just remembered I have a BDSM date with Gladys and Cephalon Shy. So see ya.
That's what I thought. Wait, what? What did you just... Anywho, let's get to it. Okay, so, I'm not 100% adept with Hydroid. I do understand his abilities, I do know what they do and all of that, and I can definitely appreciate the changes. And, yeah, I'm just not the best Hydroid player in the world. But let's go over this right quick. The best change I can see so far in terms of his stats is that he has had a armor increase and some shield. Now shield is crap anyways, as you know, but that might change when shield gating actually hits. But here you can see armor. He no longer has, I think, 65 armor, what he had before. Now he has 200, and putting a steel fiber on that is going to give him somewhere around 400 something, right? So he's more of a tank now than anything, and I'll show you what's going on with his abilities in just a second. Now, also, just so you know, I just slapped on Prime Flow so I don't have to jump back up on the platform too many times, and so I can spam the abilities a little more. And over here I've prepared a little something. This can go. That was just a test, doesn't do shit for me. Again, Prime Flow, and here all of the range mods. So for now I'm going to go ahead and do it without any range, because range seems to be kind of critical for Hydroid right now. Okay, so first of all, what has changed about his first ability, there we go, Tempest Barrage, right? So he casts this this acid rain, which isn't really acid, but it basically starts raining and it hits enemies, and each single droplet that hits the ground has a radial splash damage. Okay, it's not very big. I can show you in the stats in just a moment if you want to, but it's kind of small. Now the first change that will hit your fancy is going to be this. So that's basically Tempest Barrage Charge. You can charge the Tempest Barrage, increasing the not the range of effect. It'll still only rain within a very small range. Let me show you right quick. That was without a charge. Let's go up here. Fail. Okay, so you can see it's a very small area. Now let me go back down here and charge it fully. There we go. It'll just automatically start once you've reached the maximum charge time. So you can see the area isn't bigger at all. It's the same area. However, the area of effect of each individual splash is much larger than before, so that's definitely worth charging if you want to hit a group, because you're going to be having more explosions. You're going to have them splash out further, so explosion damage will cross over and hurt more enemies. And a charged shot, much like with some shotguns that I've been testing recently, they will have increased damage as well if you charge them. Now let's go on to the second ability. No, we don't need enemies for that. Second ability, you can basically cast whenever you want now. You can cast while in the air. You can do all kinds of funky stuff with it, right? You can also cancel it out. Let me show you that if I can do it. So wave and go straight into undertow, like so. I can cancel it basically, right? I can cancel on the way. See, bam, just cancel straight into undertow. What it's done mechanically, I don't think that damage has changed at all, but mechanically what it does now is it actually picks up enemies and drags them along with you, which I will try to show you in just a sec here. Let's see if I could do that. 7 enemies, yeah, sure, pause them, that's also good. Alright, so you got 7 enemies right there. Let me go ahead and grab them. So previously what would happen is you would just basically steamroll them and they would lie all over the place and get on your nerves. Now, as you can see, it drags them along with you. Now I have one issue with this mechanic, one single issue. If you do that out into the open, so like so you can see behind these enemies there's nothing, there's just open space, no wall, no nothing, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do Tidal Surge, they get flung way out ahead of me, which, I mean, I'd prefer them being flung ahead of me than anywhere else, but it's kind of annoying to have the enemies not right there. However, if you do use your tidal surge into a wall or something, you'll actually have all the enemies gathered into one point, and since they're ragdoll, they're on the ground, they're open to finisher damage on the floor. So you can really really mess up a pretty decent team. Not a team, but a pretty decent group of enemies like that. You could use something like the Zakti to actually emphasize on that a little bit more. Alright, so that's that. Let's see, get rid of these here. Okay, so forgive me for doing a very provisional kind of video right here. I just wanted to get this out to you guys very quick. I don't want you to have to go through the hassle of reading and testing yourself. I'll just show you the damn stuff and you'll be good to go. Okay, so and also, guys, by the way, this is going to be subject to change, of course, because DE is actually gathering feedback on this rework right now, and they're probably going to tweak some things here and there. So don't expect anything that I say in this video to be the same tomorrow or next week or after the Prime release, actually. So now let's talk about Undertow. So here's an obvious change. You can move around in Undertow. This is one of the things that I've been crying about forever. Undertow turning into puddle mode and not being able to move, to me, just seems silly. What bothers me a little bit is that the movement speed is very, very slow. As you can see, you can't move any faster than this, and apparently natural talent or strength and whatever doesn't change that. And it's not that terrible, because guess what? You can jump straight into Tidal Surge. Like so. See? You can go straight into Tidal Surge. This is pretty cool because it does allow you to have quite a bit of mobility. And as you know, Hydroid can't die in this mode. You can't touch them, so this is pretty decent unkillable crowd control right here. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you could actually use this. And you can also see that my energy is draining. It drains, it has two separate instances of draining, actually. The first instance is just being in Tidal. It'll cost you 2 energy by default per second just for being in the Tidal, in the puddle, sorry. And also when you start moving around, it drains additional energy per meter traveled. It's not a lot. That's not what's going to kill you. What's going to drain very quickly if you use this a lot is going to be the drain over time and not distance. So if you hold still, you drain a little less energy, and if you move, you'll drain a little bit more, but it's not really significant. And of course you can mod for efficiency. If you mod for efficiency, you won't even feel this. The coolest thing is that out of the puddle mode, you can do everything else. This is freaking cool. You can cast your 4th ability, you can cast your first ability, you can cast all that shit while you are inside this puddle. Now, one thing regarding the damage that I also really enjoy, and this is a mechanic that I think makes a little bit more sense, is the fact that when you go into puddle mode, okay, and you bring in some enemies, the damage that they take will increase. So let's go in. So you got 25, now you got 75, 100, 125, 51, 76, 201. It increases. It increases over time, which is really good. Now I would love to see a percentage instead of a fixed number. Alright, because it does have a fixed number at the moment. Let's go see right quick. Come here, baby boy. Abilities. Alright, so Undertow, damage gained, where is it? Ah, there we go. Damage increase per second is going to be 25. So for each second, Undertow is going to deal extra 25 damage. So the moment they dip in, 25 damage. The second time, it'll be 50. The next time, it'll be 75, and so on and so forth. It'll keep on adding 25. That's nice, but this 25, even if you max out damage, this isn't going to do very much. I would much rather prefer it would be like a, I don't know, like double, maybe 3 or 4 times, and then deal a percentage on top of whatever, because then it would be really viable. You could like really pull in some heavy enemies and just drown them to death, but this here is going to drop off quickly. Nonetheless, it's a nice little change. And speaking of nice little changes, by far the most fun change so far is the following. Let's see if I can pull this off now. So I'm going to go over there to this group of enemies right here. I'm going to go into puddle mode. I'm going to creep up on them. Oh, watch this. Oh, shit. Look at that. That is so amazing. This is Hentai 2.0. God damn it. Look at this. So as you can see, you can reel them in. You can actually pull in enemies into your puddle if they're within range by clicking at them. You just aim at them and click and you'll pull them in. Keep in mind though that each pull will drain 5 energy. Okay? Of course, again, you can mod for efficiency and you're good to go. Right? So this is really, really cool. I like this so much, and I actually tried a couple builds with a lot of range, which is something I'm going to show you right now. I really enjoy this a lot. This is so much fun to be able to just pull them in, drag their asses in, like, get over here. I mean, come on. Is there anything more fun than that? I don't think so. Okay, I can think of several things, but it is pretty cool, though. So here we go. This is going to be a full range build. Let's see. I believe the range is 37 meters right now, so you can see I'm pulling them in from very, very far away. This is absolutely amazing. This is really, really cool for farming or whatever, if you want to do some stuff in that direction. And of course, if you release them from Undertow, you're open to finishers again. Another thing that I've noticed, what I was doing earlier when I was testing this build, not this build, but this change, was that you can actually evade bombard missiles by going into Undertow and jumping back up, because it seems quicker, more fluent. I don't know, it might just be me tripping, but to me it seems much, much faster to be able to go in and out of Undertow. And obviously, of course, the visuals are much nicer. It actually looks like water now and not like a pool of whatever color piss you decide to change that color. Alright, so let's go on to the fourth ability. Fourth ability hasn't really changed too extreme. Mechanics have, and some visuals have as well. I'm going to show you this right quick. You can either just press 4 and spawn your whatever the fuck this thing is. I mean, god damn it, this is creepy. I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm a little wet. Get it? I'm a little wet? No? Okay, sorry. Okay, so the tentacles are going to have their a broad range if you increase the range in the build, right? You're going to have a very broad range. And what they've changed about the mechanics of the tentacles is that they don't just whip around randomly and hope that they hit something. They actually target enemies. They actually try to hit enemies, alright? So let me go over here and change back to the regular non-range build. There we go. Let's get some enemies in here. Yes. Now, what you can also do is charge the fourth ability. There we go. We're charging. And you could see how the area of effect really grew. It like really just expanded outward. So as you can see right now, to me, this looks roughly about the same range, the same area of effect as when I had all of the range mods on there. I might be tripping, but to me, it definitely does look as if it's pretty much the same range. So you can either go no range and just charge everything, like so. You can see it grow. That's why I went ahead and changed the color to red so you can see that. So you can either charge it and get this massive range, or you can go back and build for range. So, like so. Got range built. Now let's see what happens. Alright, so, damn it. There we go. And yeah, so that's a much smaller range right there. Now let's go ahead and try to charge it with the range mods. Look at that. And you see that the entire map is just... I just lit up everything. The entire map was just lit up by that. Let's do it again. Look at that. Look. Everything. The entire simulator was affected. Now, you can get more tentacles by charging, so that means more crowd control. The thing that I'm not sure of is if you can actually increase the density as well with like strength mods or whatever, which would be kind of cool, because with a range like this is pretty insane range if you look at it, right? Charged. It's literally the entire simulator, but I tend to doubt that these tentacles are going to be hitting enemies effectively. Maybe they will, I don't know. I'm going to have to test that in-game. So, yeah. And one more thing I can show you guys of what this does. Is when you're in Undertow, you can actually cast all of your abilities. I didn't show that properly earlier, but here you can cast this here. You can even charge it while you're under the influence of Undertow. You can go ahead and charge your barrage. See, I'm just spamming everything here. So that's all in all. This is pretty good. I mean, Hydroid. The rework is a little bit watered down, if you feel me. Excuse the bad puns, guys, but no, Hydroid rework is, he's definitely a lot better than he was before, but I think he hasn't reached his final destination yet, if you know what I mean. So there's definitely some room for a little more improvement, but so far I'm really happy with Hydroid. Super fun grabbing in enemies into your Undertow and drowning them, or casting your weird monster water creature thing, whatever the hell that is. It looks cool as hell and is also influenced by fashion, so it's a fashion monster. So 10 out of 10 on that one. And yeah, all in all, Hydroid is really, really good right now. He's in a really good place, but I think that he can have a couple of tweaks. And I'm pretty sure that there will be some tweaks to come along. And so far, I strongly suspect that the right way to go with Hydroid nowadays is going to be a splash of range, since you can influence the range yourself, right? A splash of range, a lot of efficiency, and a lot of strength. I think that's pretty much going to be the direction that I'm going to build my Hydroid. If you want, I can show you my current build that's already kind of in testing. It's not final or anything, so this is my official build for Hydroid that I've been using the entire time, with slight tweaks to range, but other than that, nothing. And I never format Hydroid at all. I never bothered to actually fill this one slot here with anything interesting, because I didn't like him. So now that Hydroid has changed and Hydroid Prime is coming up, I'm going to be obviously deleting this Hydroid and then giving you the full Forma build on what I'm doing. However, I'm not going to rush that, so it might be well beyond the time when the Prime is released, because I don't want to give you guys no spongy shit. And to be honest, I prefer giving you guys a decent video over just giving you some crummy ass video just to get some views, just to be honest, okay? So don't hold your breath for the video, but I will be doing that. But in the meantime, you can copy this if you want. So that's pretty much all that I have to say about Hydroid. You know what his abilities do, you kind of know the stats. Play around with him, test him. He does look gorgeous, he does do a lot of cool things, and he's definitely much more diverse now and a lot cooler and freaking tanky. So let me know what you think about the Hydroid rework, or potential changes that you would have done, what you wished you would have happened to him, and whatever. I'm eager to hear your opinion as well. And yeah, I guess it's time to get our hentais on, huh? Have fun, guys. Peace out.